Paul wrote his letter to the Philippians to thank them. They had sent a gift to him through one of their own, Epaphroditus, who brought this financial gift, and also their care of Paul to him while he was imprisoned in Rome. So Paul writes Philippians in part to thank them, to say, I received your gift and I so appreciate it. He also writes it because this person who delivered the gift, Epaphroditus, became very ill, almost died, Paul says, but then recovered. And he knew that the Philippians had heard somehow about this illness and were still uneasy about the state of health of their member of their church. And so Paul writes the letter to assure them that Epaphroditus is in fact doing very well. I think also Paul writes because he's been in partnership with this church since the time that he arrived in Philippi. We learn about this in Acts chapter 16 in his second missionary journey. They have maintained a friendship, a partnership since they've known about the gospel. And so Paul is just extending his greetings and wanting to maintain that relationship. So that's another reason why he writes this letter. And he's writing from his prison cell, if you will, his house arrest in Rome. He's been in this situation for about 4 years now. It started with being arrested in Jerusalem. Then he languishes in Caesarea Maritima, which is, you could say, almost like the port for Jerusalem, there on the Mediterranean coast. And he languishes there for maybe about 2 years, and then he makes his way to Rome, and he's been in Rome for a while. And so he doesn't have freedom of movement to be able to go and see the Philippians. And so I think he also writes this letter to stay in touch with them, to let them know how he's doing, and to reassure them that he is, in fact, doing okay.